Welcome to the Forest, a survival game which forced us to fight through the darkness, spend long hours building bases, the worst achievements ever, and a vast peninsula for us to explore and conquer. And you will see just how I 100%ed it. Oh, let's go! I'm done! Before we do start, I will have to give a viewer warning as some parts of this game are on the more graphic side. But if you do enjoy, don't forget to like and subscribe if you are new. Everything is always appreciated. Now let's get right into this. Starting up, we are in a plane with our son Timmy as a sudden jerk quickly sends us crashing down to the land below. With the weak amount of consciousness we had left, we could see a man that's completely red kidnapping Timmy as we failed to get up. We would soon wake up though, as it was time to scavenge what we could to survive. Some drinks, food, a passenger list, medicine, and the almighty wonder tool of the axe as our first and most important tool. Outside of the plane, there were a lot of suitcases that we could open up, giving us a bunch of different useful items like food, water, cloth, batteries, and many more. I also got to cut down my first tree, which was a very slow process as we can also only hold on to 2 logs at a time. But with my basic survival skills in play, we started by getting ready with a fire. Yet it seems we may have overstayed our welcome. What is that? I can hear my own footsteps and that freaks me out. Yeah, fight me, pussy! They're scared of me. I swear to God, if you jump at me, I'm gonna be... I don't like scary games! We were putting up a pretty good fight against these guys, even with it being a 2-on-1. But soon, running out of stamina while fighting, and then also having more of what we would soon learn are cannibals joining the fight, would quickly overwhelm us as we were dragged away. We would soon awaken while being hung upside down in a cave. I could cut myself down, but while exploring this cave, I could not for the life of me finding a way out. And honestly, not really wanting to go deeper into the unknown cave, I decided that maybe a restart wouldn't hurt us too much yet. This is also a good time to share 2 things. 1, I am the biggest coward you will ever see when it comes to a game with even a smidge of horror in it. Like, to the point that this video almost didn't happen because it was so hard for me to play this game. And 2, we are playing on survival hard, which is the hardest difficulty in this game. We again grabbed everything we needed, opened some suitcases, and unlike last time, we were not going to be hanging around to get attacked. I forget that. No way, there's fucking spiders in this game. Oh, fuck me. Oh my god! I don't like that! You're telling me there's spiders and... Oh, starfish. I soon found a village that I was hopeful to find some help in, yet the closer we got, the more telling that this was in fact a village for our cannibal friends. But there were a lot of resources here with suitcases, cloth, rope, drinks, and stuff like that to help us live through these days. But some cannibals soon joined us and we took that as a sign to leave. We found this pretty large field that was open enough to not have to worry about being snuck up on, as the dense forest definitely made you feel like you were being watched. So this is where we decided to call home. Yet, while scavenging, we would find another camp hidden behind the trees. So now our game plan was just to stay as far away as we could to hopefully not cause any kind of fight. We could also get our first achievement as we tracked down a stray bunny and made it our first victim. I also prepared to make a small hut as the horrors of the darkness were completely unknown to us, and I was not trying to find out how much scarier this game could be. Finishing it up, we could hide away inside and take our first sleep through the night. The start of our second day, I decided to try and get a hang of our food and water situation. So we cooked up our rabbit for some food, yet the only way to collect clean water required a turtle shell, which we haven't even found a turtle yet. I tried to drink from the nearby river, even jumping all the way in just to see, but we weren't able to replenish any of our thirst like this. But while trying, we did survive our first whole day and found out that you can burn the hell out of your food, and when eating it will cause you to take some damage, which is not good for us. I ended up drinking some of the soda until we figured out a better way for our water source, which we would quickly find in these blueberry bushes as they refill both your hunger and your thirst. So I got a farm up and going to have a steady supply of them always coming through. And after that, we made our way up this cliff to see if there were any resources, where we found a pond with some fish that we could collect and also drinkable water that did take a good chunk of our health. Not very viable, as the only way to heal is with medicine, which is hard to find or expensive to make. We ran down the east coast of the peninsula to try and find some turtles, where we instead found a lizard, which is super good for food, and also some electronics, which I assume will be useful later. I got down an animal trap to help even more with food, which caught a rabbit pretty quickly. And still in need of a turtle shell, we ran along the other side of the river, and the whole run we were pretty on edge about what could come out and get us. I eventually found this random puddle of mud, which I'm pretty sure increases your stealth, but more importantly, we ran into this absolutely massive crater in the ground that we would need to find a safe way into, and also had a little hope when we found this random tent. But sadly, these gray ones do just seem to be decorations for the world and don't serve any purpose. But a tent that does serve a purpose are these orange ones that allow us to save our game. And further down the coast, we can see these buildings, but with it getting late, we didn't want to get stuck in the dark as we decided to make our way back home. I had to cross a river though. There better not be a fucking like alligator in this game or something. It defeated me and then brought me into this cave, and I got scared and didn't know what I was doing. Oh my god! Oh! Fucking alligator! Well, I did ask earlier if there are alligators in this game. Now I fucking know. Thank God that missed me. We safely made it back and also made our first bed, yet it serves the same purpose as a hut, which is letting us sleep through the night. Although when sleeping, for some reason we woke up in the middle of the night instead of in the morning. And you know I wasn't about to go outside in the dark, so we instead tried to learn the crafting system a little bit more. If you place an item into the crafting slot, it'll show you all possible recipes that could be made with this item. Combining a bunch of leaves together and some lizard skin allowed us to make our first piece of armor with stealth armor, and when putting it on, we could get our next achievement. We then made a weak spear with 2 sticks that you can actually throw for more range, but the throw is so jank as you don't really aim with the middle of your screen, but instead like the top quarter of it. I also found out that not only can you burn your food, but it will also spoil, which also damages you. Exploring around though, I saw a cannibal across the river, and with our new weapon we were confident for a fight. Although crossing the river in search of it, it just vanished. We did roam around for a little while though until finally coming across one. We were able to defeat this one, yet it took us over 30 seconds to kill it. Just one. And looking at it while editing, this is actually a weak variant of the cannibal. Soon after though, another cannibal ended up appearing and then climbing up a damn tree, which is now absolutely terrifying, as who knows when a cannibal could just be hiding in the trees. The fight wasn't going too well for us, and on top of that we had a second cannibal joining in, so not wanting to die we retreated across the river again. I was running into a problem now with that being really low health and no way to heal ourselves back up, although we could make some health mix if I could find some marigolds. While looking, we did find what looked to be a cave entrance, and while collecting some fish, we also survived our 5th day, as we found a bunch of marigolds that we could use to get our health back up, as they would be our primary source of healing. After that, I went on a little bit of a bird rampage, as if you combine some feathers and sap with any of our tools, we get a very slight increase to their speed. And I did this because I really wanted to build a bridge across the water so that I had an easier way to access these trees. But this is where the introduction of this game's terrible building mechanics, as I didn't really mind how long it took to build something, yet things like platforms for some reason do not connect to each other. And if you also build something and then want to destroy it, you get none of those resources back. So we changed up our tactics and instead made a log sled, which increased our carry potential from 2 logs to 12 at a time, and would help a lot with the further trees. So with that, I decided to make a bigger house in the log cabin. We could also lift it off the ground for some extra protection, which felt really nice. I'd also make a club, which is a huge damage upgrade from the spear, but a lot slower and does use more stamina to attack. And then we just spent a very long time cutting down tree after tree. Some stuff I just can't pick up. We'll break this stuff. Food, medicine. Oh, a t-shirt! Yay! There are 2 wolves inside of me. Alright, well. And we could soon finish our cabin as we added a rope to get up and down the platform. Just so you all know, anytime you see me build something, just remember it probably took me a few hours to do. But here is where we ended our first stream, which is a perfect time for me to tell you that we stream every part of these videos over on Twitch, and I would love to see you there for our next game. Quickly back to the forest now. We started our day trying to cook up some food, but we foolishly set ourselves on fire, which holy hell does a lot of damage with each tick. We thankfully could reach the water in time, but this showed how much of a threat fire really is. But then again, it is a stationary campfire, so it's not like we'd be dealing with that too often. I can't even put normal meat on it. Fuck me. I think I'm dead. So with that, we were now being dragged off again as we woke up in that cave and cut ourselves down. And honestly, I was thinking about restarting here, but there was a rope literally right behind us that we could use to climb out of the cave, where we were back at the village that we ran into from before. And with no energy, we were able to slowly make it back home. And just a quick stat guide, to the right you have your light blue bar, which is your stamina, and then you have your dark blue bar, which is your energy. Energy gradually drops throughout the entire day and can go up when eating or sleeping. And your energy is pretty much your max amount of stamina that you can build up at that time. So if you have half energy, you can only build half of your stamina, which yes, was annoying. The dudes, I mean, I really shouldn't have, so I should be fine. Ah, fuck me! There's 2 cannibals. I gotta be careful because I really don't have the energy to be running. What the hell is that? So not wanting to deal with whatever that was, we decided our best course of action was to turn back around. But while collecting some logs, we got too close to the ledge and slipped off, dying to fall damage. And dying so quickly back to back meant we were now dead. I could thankfully reload from our last save, and can't even really say I'd lost any progress, as the only thing I lost was dying to the fire. Exploring the beach for a turtle again, we found another cannibal, and these guys have like a creepily good AI. I walked away from him, yet he would slowly follow until we got too far, as it would run at us to catch up. But it didn't attack us, as it always kept its distance, just slowly watching me. But I was able to lose it eventually. This is where we ran into another problem. There was the pacifist achievement. We couldn't kill any cannibals for 10 days straight, and with there being cannibals in almost every direction but on our little island, we decided to just do what we could while here. We got a wall built and placed some trophy stands on it, as when you kill an animal they would drop their head and you needed all of them. I also started production on the gazebo, which took a little bit, but we could claim our achievement from that. And while doing that, I also collected the heads of the lizard and the bunny. Then with a few sticks, I made a bow and some arrows and could shoot a perched bird with it, which was hard, as you should just assume that every ranged attack in this game is really wonky. I then needed to build the longest wall. On Steam, it just says 250. Now I don't know if this wanted 250 wall segments, which each segment being 5 logs, meaning we need over 1,000 logs for this, or just 250 logs in total. Both very tedious with how long it takes to chop down a tree, but thankfully there was a bug with this achievement where we could just build the outline of the wall to the required length. And complain if you want that I didn't actually build the wall, but I do prefer trying to get these videos out in an almost timely manner. Although on the downside, we could only get rid of the blueprint 1 segment at a time. And some quick ones, we could make another health mix for our 10th healing item crafted. And then we needed this specific structure that we could whack with our club and then use the repair tool on. And at our farm, we could plant down some more seeds to plant every type. And then we were hit with very unfortunate news that cannibals could in fact reach our part of the island we were on, which only got more annoying as we needed to build a fish trap but didn't have all the resources, and getting more is risky as we were almost guaranteed to run into cannibals. So as not wanting to reset our pacifist achievement, we just waited for a very long time. But there was also an achievement to kill 100 cannibals, and if we look at that, it's all the way up to 12, which yes, is wrong, as I have only killed that one cannibal from earlier. And the reason it is at 12 is because cannibals can in fact kill each other. And when they do that, it for some reason counts as me killing them, where it resets my pacifist timer. I know, it's stupid. So we decided to move on from the peaceful achievement and try to make some stairs up to the cliff to get up easier. So we upgraded our axe a lot more for all the logs we needed and got it built. But it didn't reach all the way up to the cliff. So I tried building more stairs on the top, but guess what? They don't connect like that. I tried going from the top and connected like that, but that also didn't work. So we instead made an entirely new staircase, but started from the top this time, which did actually work. And we can now easily at least get up and down this cliff. Also, while doing that, we did get the squirrel trophy. And I was out again to scavenge as we found our way back to the cannibal camp. And the reason we're here is because camps normally hold a lot of cloth. And now with that cloth, we can make another rope and finish our fish trap from before. And with no reason to be scared to explore anymore, we were once again off to find a turtle, which we actually did this time. And to no surprise, this was a tanky dude. But of course, I wasn't allowed to fight the endurance before getting jumped by cannibals. I was able to separate two of them so that it wasn't such a huge crowd. And you know, we were putting up that fight, as we just said screw the stamina and kept swinging on them regardless. And to my shock, that actually kind of worked. Also nabbing us a new weapon with a much stronger club. It was even slower but had more damage, and also this full block that I'll get into soon. But the dead bodies were still pretty useful, as I could bring them back home, and chopping them up to get their limbs, I could start eating them as I needed a lot of limbs. And while we couldn't eat the torso, we could burn it until it eventually charred away and dropped some bones, which allowed us to make the upgraded spear, which had way more damage than normal spear while still having the advantage of the reach. So with our new weapon, we were again back out for that turtle, which we didn't find, but we did find a new enemy. Now, while I initially thought these guys were zombies, they're actually called mutants, which are just way stronger cannibals, even going to the point that they can easily outrun me. I was able to take some refuge on top of a rock and try to poke at them, but that only lasted so long as they quickly took me out. So we were back in the cave. Instead of leaving though, I decided to explore just a bit. We could find some of the lost plane passengers, some suitcases and items, an empty map we could fill out, a compass, and a note about a jealous god punishing a parent with their children. So take that how you will with our son being kidnapped. Thankfully, we had the resources this time to get our health and energy back up, and we found a few more passengers on the surface, which if you haven't guessed by now is an achievement to find all of them. While in the cave, we also found a spray bottle, which when combined with the lighter gives a pretty cool makeshift flamethrower, although it sadly doesn't last for too long. Equipping the compass did give us an easy achievement, and then found another one of them big creatures with a new one accompanying it. I did watch it for a little while, but of course can't do anything uninterrupted. We actually easily took care of one this time, and while fighting the other, I found out about this like adrenaline mode when we are at 1 HP, which just constantly refills our stamina, which allows us to take care of the second one. With still needing more bones, we went to burn the bodies, and when setting the second one down, we again got too close to the fire, and with our previous death to the mutants, we were again dead. So reloading again, those 2 kills were now gone. I tried finding them again, but it seems the spawns are random, so we were just out of luck. I even went back to where we found the one cannibal from earlier that was chasing us. But not wanting to give up on the search, I made another quick hut so that we could push our travels a little bit further. We were able to find a new animal with the boar, which was good as we could pin another trophy up. Going down the coast, we had another problem as we found some cannibals. To our left was the ocean, behind us were mountains that we couldn't get over, and then to our right, more cannibals. So with a whole group on us, we again died. After that, we were able to find a mutant all by itself, which was really good for us as we no longer needed to worry about being overwhelmed. But pretty much right as we ran out of stamina, it just went all downhill yet again. I really wanted these bones, so we went back out to look for it, where we instead found a turtle. And finally, with no other enemies around to bother us, we could kill the turtle, allowing us to place its head as a trophy and create a clean water collector with its shell for whenever it rains. Trying to make some progress, I moved the fish traps as we still haven't gotten a fish from the first one and could get another trophy with the deer. And then I had an absolute breakthrough in combat. The club from before that had a full block stat meant that while blocking, we took 0 damage. It was mainly good at letting us sit back and wait to think to find an opening to attack, or more importantly, rebuilding our stamina, meaning we were able to take on a 2v1 against mutants. And now having the bones I wanted, I can make ourselves some bone armor to give us a little bit of defense. It could also make a water skin so that we could have a water source while on the move. And well, with this newfound offensive knowledge and some defense, it seems like a good idea to go caving. And this was a deep cave. It just kept going down for ages. And this was terrifying, as in these areas, this is what it looked like, which was horrific. But for viewer enjoyment, in these super dark areas, I will turn up the brightness in editing so that you can see a little better in the dark, unless I'm trying to show you the darkness, or if it's just bright enough to see already. There was a bunch of cloth we could collect, something that looked like an actual piece of feces, and a few drawings with a plane, and I think a cell with crosses over it. And going a little further, there was another rope leading up into more unknown, which is where our bravery ended for today. Looking at the feces thing, it was actually a broken toy part which we needed to recreate Timmy's toy. We put down another fish trap in the pond that definitely had fish in it, and then ran into a pretty big group of cannibals that spotted me from the coast. Attack me, bitch. Combo, 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 combo. Fuck. So, no more combo. They're all coming. He threw a fucking molly. Oh, I'm dead. Dude, he threw a fucking molly at me. Oh my god. My combo. After our beautiful combo, we put another fish trap in the pond. The wiki said that fish travel in a pattern, meaning if we put a trap in its path, it should eventually swim back around into the trap. Yet I'd eventually learn not to fully trust the wiki and what it says, as it does have the unfortune of being a fandom wiki page. While going through the slow process of tree chopping, we did cut down our 100th tree, which we needed to create this extra platform extension for our cabin. And believe it or not, we were back in the cave, and this time actually made our way up that rope, which was really dark. The path forked as we decided to go down to the left first. And I really need you all to understand how much it sucks going down a path like this, not being able to see more than a foot in front of you, while also hearing grunting and walking and other sounds from enemies in the cave. I did find what looked to be a camp that had many new lost passengers, a fire to thankfully light up the area, a new resource with the watch, and some food and water. And there's also a flashlight hidden behind a panel to increase our forward vision at least a little. But it did run on batteries, which we can only find from random suitcases. Wanna know how many batteries I have found so far? 0. I also found a katana somehow, but with no block it was a little pointless. We're back at the start. We could just fucking go home. Maybe we go home and save. Oh yeah, there's some creatures. Oh, those are not... That's not a cannibal. Alright, let's go home and save. And then we'll come back. So coming back was hard, as this creature, which we would learn is called an Armsy, also had 3 mutants to fight with. On top of that, fighting on any terrain that is even a little uneven is so awkward in this game. We actually managed to get it to fall into the starting hole that we came from, which did section it off. But dealing with the 3 mutants in the dark with uneven ground and had no idea what was happening meant we could only last for so long. But then that just like... Oh. Fuck, that thing sees me. Oh, wait, what? Oh, what the fuck is that thing? Oh, there are babies. Ugh. What was that? Oh my god. So going back, the Armsy was actually gone, as it seems to teleport back to its previous area when we reload the cave. But I can't even say anything, as this fight just went the same exact way, which again left us dead, so I thought to try a new strategy with the slingshot to give me a little bit of range. We could easily go along the coast to poke the ground with a stick to pick up a bunch of rocks. Oh, fuck me, I thought I'd have like a wind up. God, did he just one-shot me? Dude, what? It's not even really an option, because the second I hit him with the slingshot, he just starts fucking chasing me. I just got fucking one-shot. Fun fact, I actually was not one-shot. Here is frame 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So while not a one-shot, I did go from full HP to dead in a 1/10 of a second. So with the caving seeming impossible for now, I went down the river again to find that beach structure from before. As we got closer to them, there were some dead sharks along the coast which were really creeping me out. And the structure was of course just another cannibal camp in a different shape. So we went to look for another alligator to trophy it next, and finding it was pretty easy. And well, killing it and claiming its trophy was also a pretty easy task. But of course, putting the head on a trophy rack was impossible. Fuck me! Dude, this shit is so annoying! I get it, it's fucking hard mode, but you don't have to increase every one of their fucking possible stats and then make them have 9 people in a posse. Jesus Christ! I can't fucking play the game! We of course died, as there were like 10 cannibals, but heading back we could find another alligator and set up its trophy. And the one cannibal that we did manage to kill, we could chop up and indulge in minor cannibalism for eating enough body parts. Wanting to explore this area more, but not wanting to go all the way back home to save or sleep, I started setting up another hut. And I was almost done too when I was again jumped by cannibals. And we of course died, and of course lost all that bit of progress. Boredom was really kicking in. What you have seen so far has been about 4 streams totaling up to 14 hours, with pretty much no progress to show. Rage was also really settling in, as I was getting pretty close to just scrapping this video. But instead, we made the executive decision to restart, but this time on normal, which is the recommended difficulty by the game. But don't worry, I am not going to make you sit through all of what we are repeating. We opened a few suitcases, found the spot from our old base, instead built a shack on the other side of the map by a beach, got a drying rack for food, and grabbed a few materials we needed. Let's see, are the red flowers poisonous? Yeah, they are. Oh my god, that does almost no damage! We're living the life now. like crawling down. Hey, what the fuck? What is that? Oh, it's a raccoon! With it being a new animal, we trophied it too, and thank God we found this, because this is the only raccoon I would ever find in the entire playthrough. Oh my God! Do you see my hunger and thirst? That shit would be like almost depleted by now. What the fuck? Am I cheating? I guess I am. Oh, that's nice. Dude, I feel so fucking confident playing on such an easy difficulty now. I think I've just gotten so used to how hard it was. I guess now it feels like such a joyride. Alright, let's see this shit. Okay, wait. It's not dead, yeah? It's dead? Nah. Nah. Oh, what? 3 fucking hits? Are you kidding me? No, that's insane. That's actually fucking crazy. Oh my God. It's ridiculous. I'm never gonna be scared of you fucks again. Y'all some bitches. No way. That is insane. Oh my God. I'm gonna have fun. I feel so brave. I don't even care that it's dark anymore. We could also easily find a turtle in this front to thankfully save the hassle from before. I'm kind of in the middle of something. Oh wait. Well, oh, thank you. Dude, the aim of the spear is so pointless. Oh, your damage is so ass! You don't two-shot me anymore! Oh my God! I don't think you understand how nice that is. Boink. Dude, the damage is fucking bearable. No, because before that, he would have fucking killed me with the amount of times he hit me. Like 100%. That kills me. Dude, we get to have fun. Oh my God. Oh, why did I ever do what I did to myself? That's actually insane. I'm gonna enjoy playing the game. Oh shit. Wait, how much fire damage do I take? Oh my God. Dude, the fire is terrible. No, that's crazy. That's crazy. Whenever I got set on fire before, it literally took a third of my HP. Oh, nice. Hey, 2 turtle shells. Nice. That means we can have a lot more extra water. Hopefully. Oh, game, you're a bitch, you're a bitch, you're a bitch. Oh, my God. We will do this all the way back home. Oh, wait, my health is, like, going up. Oh, because my health goes up when I eat, but it goes down when I fucking eat people. Oh, my God, dude. Having health go up while fucking eating food? Nah. Dragging our shell all the way back home, we could make a few water collectors and also a farm that we used for like 5 minutes. And with the easier game, I thought it might be fun to make a custom house instead of just a pre-made cabin. So we got a pretty large foundation set up, some stairs to get up and down, found a seagull for its trophy, our walls have been raised, and a roof that I definitely didn't love. With the roof, we had these gaps that I was hoping would just be filled in once the roof was made. I could put some walls in the gaps to cover it up, but while collecting the wood, I could see why this wouldn't work for me. There was a different roofed wall that I could raise to fill it in, but for some reason it was double layered, making it a lot more expensive. And on top of that, I couldn't fill in the other side of the wall. So putting down this terrible building system, we finished it up with a bed and a few storage shelves. I also turned off structure damage, as this took me hours to make, and I was not trying to have one random cannibal destroy it one day. While roaming around, we got an already dead cannibal, and when eating it, we were now into major cannibalism. We got up a saving hut, went back into the cave, found the toy part and the pictures, and the cave opening with all the passengers, katana, and all those items. And just like that, we were all caught up with the progress we have previously made. And it was time to take on the Armsy again. And while this may be an easier difficulty, it was still pretty tricky trying to take this dude out. But finding our way back to the respawning cave, we could quickly pick up the map and the compass. And once I made my way back to the cave, there was another Armsy outside of it. So I tried grabbing a little bit of practice, but it also had a few mutants that were assisting it, so we again died. And I know this might be a shock, but heading back into the cave, we died again! So it was time for a new plan. I was trying to get the Armsy to chase me, which it was doing flawlessly every time before this. But now I wanted to be a pain in the ass. But eventually it started chasing me, and holding the block right by the rope, it would eventually end up slipping into the pit. And with the Armsy now separated, we could easily make our way back, and just making sure to play it on the slower side, we could take care of all three of the mutants. Meaning we can now just reload the cave and bring back the Armsy. Fighting this dude was still awkward, as finding an opening took a little, but circling around while attacking and also just dodging instead of blocking made it a lot easier, as we took out our first creepy mutant, which was their class. Skinning them, we could also get the best armor in this game with creepy armor, which is only obtainable from these kinds of creatures. But honestly, combat difficulty after this point really just dropped off. But that didn't mean that the darkness was not terrifying, as we slowly and fearfully made our way through the corridors of the cave. There were a few more passengers we could find, an interesting drawing, and a crucifix on the floor. And our path was quickly cut off by another Armsy, but at this point I was just too good to be stopped. There were also a few mutants there, and chopping up their bodies after defeating them, we could get the achievement for chopping up 50 parts. But then we ended up running into a few ropes, one that goes down another level and one that goes up. And still being absolutely terrified of the unknown, we made our way back to the surface, where another Armsy was waiting for us.
If it hits me, it's gonna set me on fire, and I don't want to. Okay, it's not on fire anymore. Oh, get fucked, get fucked, get fucked. You ain't even scared. Oh my god.
Smacking down on a baby that was around got us to our 100th cannibal kill, and then we just had a few more mutants to take care of, which is where we really found out how good the katana is, especially with the block being a lot less valuable in this difficulty. And now I thought it was a good time to go for all the trophies. We did need the ones we got in the other saves, so we got the deer, lizard, squirrel, seagull, bunny, turtle, and alligator back. Now, while going for the shark, it was getting dark, so we made a quick camp to sleep through the night. But the way this game works is sleeping isn't just a night thing. It goes on a 24-hour in-game timer. So if for some reason I am doing something and sleep at midnight, that means the next night I can't sleep again till midnight, which is so annoying. I saw people saying it's because it's a horror game and you can't just skip every night without a problem, which I get, but having zero vision for about 14 minutes straight is boring, not scary. It is just one of the worst sleeping mechanics in a game I have ever played.
Hello?
The hell are you doing?
Shit's so stupid. Oh my god, there's so many things in this game that just piss me off. Like, why can't I sleep right now, huh? I feel like I should just be able to sleep once I can't fucking see 5 feet in front of me anymore. God, let me go to bed. That's still like another 2 minutes right there. I'm just sitting and waiting. This shit's so annoying. Don't worry, guys. We can do something once the game allows us to. Oh! God damn it! Fuck this game, man. dumb. Dude, you're joking. Oh my god! Oh my god! There's a fucking Virginia! Ew. Oh. Fire, save me. Dude, why are there so fucking many? Gotta make sure my fire stays lit. You're stupid. You're stupid. Run on the fire. Oh my god! God, that is so fucking creepy looking. Oh my god, there's another one. Oh, get fucked. Oh my god, there was like 90 of y'all. Y'all are so fucking annoying. All because the game forces me to stay awake. For the fun of it. And you are joking! Thank you! Oh my god! Look at this!
There were so many enemies through the night that after burning all of them, we could completely max out our bone armor and have some extras on top of that. And of course, we couldn't go more than 5 minutes without more cannibals, but we did eventually make it to the beach sharks and could cut off one of their heads for our trophy. And then we only had one more new animal. I could use the map to find our way to Goose Lake, where you guessed it, we need a goose head. Although with it approaching night, we again made a shelter, but look at that, we still can't sleep. So I just went back home and AFK'd until it was morning so that the next night we could sleep when it was time to. Back to the lake, we looked around for quite a while, and though it was called Goose Lake and the wiki said that geese spawn here, they were just nowhere to be seen. But thankfully we could reload our game and they would all respawn there again. Now here's the problem. If a goose is at all in the water when it dies, it will never drop the trophy.
No, I can't grab it. It's in the fucking water. Which is really annoying. Because, guess what? They spawn in the fucking water. My god.
I tried using the slingshot to shoot them out of the sky when they started flying, but the rocks didn't travel too far, so instead I tried the bow, which was still very weird to aim, and on top of that, we couldn't even look that high up. The wiki states that you can chase the ducks, so I jumped in the water to try and chase them to the shore, but they were pretty much unbothered by me or would just swim through me. One goose actually ended up swimming by itself right to the coast, but because when I killed it, it was a toenail deep in the water, we still couldn't collect the trophy. I was actually able to kick it all the way up to the land, but because it died in the water, it was just pointless. I tried to chase one again to the coast, but it just phased through a rock and completely disappeared.
This shit's so fucking stupid. Yeah, see, he just swims. He swims through the fucking ground. If I kill him there, he's still counted as swimming.
I tried shooting the geese right as they flew out of the water, which was easy enough to do as they were still pretty close to us. And this did actually work. Because they died out of the water, they did drop their trophy. But trophies are items that you hold in your hands and not ones that you put in your backpack. And guess what? You can't swim while holding these items. And trying to drag the trophy out of the water the same way we did with the turtle shell also wouldn't work, as it felt as if there was an invisible wall stopping it from passing. I tried throwing rocks just as a last resort, but night was falling on us again and we still couldn't sleep for some reason, which was fun. I didn't feel like going back home again, so instead of just sitting, I turned up the night and cave brightness setting to the max, which did absolutely nothing. So again, I was just AFKing at home till it was morning. Back at the lake, I could grab another achievement by killing an enemy with a rock, And to get this goose, I instead built a platform over the water so that when the geese first take flight and we shoot them, they fall here instead of in the water.
Oh, and you little flying fucks. Oh, thank God. That was so simple. This was really stupid.
And the last animal we needed to get was the boar, which we were eventually able to find again up in the mountains after a little while. And with that, we had every animal head up as a trophy. We could also stock up on a few explosives with the random items like electronics, tape, and the watches. But that's for a later project as we needed to reach this game's quote unquote yacht. We ended up building our first raft as apparently these were shark infested waters and it moved about a pixel a minute. But on the boat we found a key card thing, this creepy photo of a Virginia, a missing child photo on a carton of milk, some air canisters, a cassette tape and player, and most importantly the bed. So we'll be back here once it's nighttime. I wanted to try and kill one of these sharks as it was a requirement, but just spotting these guys was hard enough. But spotting one by this random island, we could just barely see one going around in the water and took it out with a few bow shots. And a little fun fact, this one achievement right here almost made me not play the game entirely as I am terrified of anything underwater, especially sharks. Back on the shore, there was a grave that had another cassette tape, which did just play music by the way. But soon night was again upon us as we could take a rest in the crusty yacht boat. And then we were back in the caves where we saw this spooky looking mutant just kind of peeping over this rock. But we were back here to be brave and head down the rope we found before. There was this crack in the wall that we could squeeze our way through, and not knowing what could be on the other side was freaking me out. But we didn't come all this way to give up as we kept pushing forward through every enemy we came across. I eventually pushed through a new area where we found another missing children's paper, some passengers, and most importantly the chainsaw. It could be used as a weapon, but with it we couldn't see and also needed to fuel it, so it wasn't super viable. We roamed around for a little bit longer as to find a specific item, but eventually just came across a wall which we couldn't get past. I was pretty confused as the cave I started in was cave 1, which I know because of items like the toy chest part and the katana. But then looking at cave 3, we can see that that's where we find the chainsaw. It was only more confusing as climbing our way out of the cave, we were somewhere else completely. So cave travels are something we would have to learn a lot about as to not get so lost.
Well, I apologize for bringing that up then earlier. Alright, let's see. Oh my god! Oh my god! It's no longer gonna take 9 million years to get like a structure made. No, that's actually crazy. Let's see. Those are like small trees. Let's see a big tree. Oh, oh my god, that is so nice.
We put a trap down in Goose Lake too as there was a lot of fish there and we still needed to capture one.
We also need to find a... You know, fuck it. Yeah, let's do the mushroom quest after this one. Once we place down a few things, let's go find the rest of the mushrooms we need. If they're on the surface. If they're in caves, we'll do it over time. What is this? Oh, another mushroom. That is very convenient.
So I spent ages just walking around the whole map looking for the mushrooms we needed. According to the wiki, all 6 mushroom variants just spawn randomly over the map. And with that information, it was pretty hard to find anything, as if we did end up finding a mushroom, we weren't guaranteed it would be the mushroom we needed. But again, wiki lies, as looking up the specific mushroom, we could find Reddit threads to help us.
I'll teleport too, but I don't want to waste all the batteries on that one, if that's what you mean. Oh, we found it! Yay! Oh, that took so long.
We then crafted a few new items with the rock bag, spear bag, and fur coat, and it was time for a whole lot of caving. Our first stop was cave 10, where we found a save point and a drawing of an ominous black obelisk looking thing. There was a pond with something bright blue deep in the water, so we reluctantly jumped into the darkness and sadly just came out with another air canister. Deeper into the cave, there was a rope we could drop down to be instantly introduced to a mutant, and fought another creepy variant with Cowman. He charges us and can knock us down with a few of his attacks, including a ground slam attack that does admittedly look pretty funny. But with just a one-on-one, it was easy to deal with, and searching around the room, we could collect cassette tape 3. And the only other thing that was there for us was a crack that just led us to a rock wall that we could blow up with some explosives. And our second stop was Cave 4. Dropping down, our rope was being camped by a Virginia. There were a whole lot of babies everywhere, which I guess is why it's called Baby Cave. And dealing with everything there is pretty simple as we grabbed cassette tape 2. And then we were all the way back to our spawn cave, or also known as Cave 2. And this time we were going to be pushing it much farther than just the first room. The cave itself was pretty easy, just having a few mutants inside. We could find the toy head part, and cassette tape 4, which meant we have collected all 5 of the missing tapes. We weren't done yet though, as we were heading down into Cave 9 next. Also, outside of the enemies and the length, almost every cave is the same thing. So going into full detail on what we are doing would just be really repetitive, as the fear factor is also mostly gone by now. Just to keep it flowing a little better, we are summarizing a lot. Cave 9 did have an unclimbable wall, meaning that once we dropped down here, we were here for good until we found our item. The first section was simple with just a few mutants again, but the second part had quite the long fall. So not wanting to be caught off guard when landing, we tried something new, which is blowing up our enemies, which was not only fun, but worked extremely well. There was another rope leading down into an area with some water in it, and also had another crack which actually led to an opening over the huge crater from before. But we couldn't do much from it here, so we went back and retraced all of our steps, as the item we needed was right in front of us at the start the whole time with the climbing pick. Meaning these walls that we could no longer pass are now not a problem anymore. And we needed this because there was another item in Cave 7, but we could only go to Cave 7 if we had the climbing pick. And apparently Cave 7 is also the hardest cave in this game in terms of both length and enemies. So we were in for a hassle, which we instantly found with the blue Armsy. The blue creatures both have more health and damage, but being on top of a cliff made it easy enough to deal with. Drawing it out with the slingshot, I dropped some dynamite onto it, but it was not ready to fall. I shot some arrows at it, but every time I did, it would charge back towards me and go under the overhang, putting him out of my vision. I tried mollies again, as the first one hit the ground, and when he walked into it, it just did nothing. And the second one hit him, but it just vanished like he ate it. But after a long time, we could eventually take it out with the bow. Traversing this cave was a mess, as it was pretty much all ropes and rock walls that was creating a maze of sorts that you just had to fidget your way around. We eventually got a pathway with some mutants that was simple enough to deal with, and at the end of the tunnel was another crack leading forward, which led to another rope down, but thankfully had a tent we could save at. We approached some panels that completely covered what was hiding behind it, but smashing our way through opened up another much larger room filled with enemies. There were already multiple mutants inside, but we also had a Virginia. Thankfully there was a rock I could jump onto that no other enemies could really reach me on, so after a little we took it out with the bow, which is when the blue one showed itself from the shadows. But dealing with this one was actually even easier, as it wasn't moving, so hitting it was pretty simple as we cleared out the rest of the room. But at this point I was just lost, as the length was no joke. I was looking at some maps, but the thing is that the cave has so many layers and we're looking at it from a top-down view. The two maps of the same place are also drawn differently for some reason. So I instead looked up a cave walkthrough and had to go all the way back, as there was a sectioned off room with some tennis players, one of which holding the item we needed in the pedometer. We could also get the right toy arm, as we then made our way all the way back to the big room to explore new grounds. Taking care of some more mutants and blowing up a few walls, we could make our way to a new spot guarded by 2 blue Armsies. But by this point I was pretty solid in the combat in this game, as death wasn't ever really a threat to us again anyway. After dealing with the 2 Armsies, there's a pressure plate that we could put rocks on, and adding enough weight we could open the door that led to a long skinny bridge over some water. The water didn't look to have anything important in it, but on the bridge we did find the toy's right leg. And moving even more forward, there was another door we could open, which brought us right to the bottom of the crater that we have been walking past. The most notable stuff was a crashed helicopter and a few enemies around the bottom, but nothing special, which was actually really surprising.
On the inside? God. Dude, you are joking. I collected a machete, but I can't get out. Dude, come on. That's actually insane.
I thankfully managed to squeeze out the front window and just cleared out all the enemies for the future. And with really nothing else here, we only had one option of making our way back to the surface. It was definitely nice to be back on green grass again though, that's for sure. And getting back home, we could finally take a short break from caving. And now here's the main reason we were in Cave 7, the pedometer. While holding onto it either in my hand or my inventory, it'll count my steps. And yes, there is an achievement to walk, but I'll get back to that later. I wanted to grab it now though, so that while doing everything else, the steps can go up. But for now, I could set my mind on some more achievements. Finding a nice cluster of trees and the right spot for an explosive, we were able to blow up 6 trees at once. And then we went back to Goose Lake as we needed to do the same with fish. And I thought this was going to be one of the hardest achievements in the game. But to my surprise, we were able to get it done first try, which was a huge relief. And we still needed to trap that fish, so with all the extra cloth we now had, I just made trap after trap until there were just too many to avoid. And crafting an incendiary spear, arrows, and then energy mix plus, we crafted all mandatory craftable items.
Time for a spectacle. These are a lot more sturdy than I thought they'd be. Maybe the dynamite would be a little bit stronger. Oh, I threw it over the fucking house. Ah. Hey, there we go. That's what I wanted. Just for fun. Damn, that one piece. Oh my god. I killed it! Damn.
Of course though, that was all just for looks. Now everyone give a round of applause because we are now teaming up with the one and only Jank Hank. Here today to help us with some multiplayer exclusive achievements. I was a pal and shared a drink with him, which was only an act of deception to stab him, and after enough time could pick him back up, and we'll just kept doing that over and over again, knocking him down just to pick his spirits right back up like any good friend would do. But with all the violence now being past us, I even surrendered my arms to him. And the only thing we really had left to do was sleep, so to pass the time we built the most pointless dock ever. And once it was finally night, we slept for the last achievement. And as a final send-off, we had a fight to the death with some sticks, which was obviously scripted. So again, just a huge thank you to Hank for helping me with the achievements. And now we could get back to our regularly scheduled programs. Making our way into Cave 5, we found a lot more passengers and the left toy leg. The cave was pretty easy again with just mutants, which was good because we had an extra motive to explore all the caves. As entering a cave will give you the mission to explore it, and once you have hit enough points, it will then get crossed off as being explored. Meaning we needed to fully explore a lot of caves. A little deeper in, we found the rebreather, which allowed us to stay underwater a lot longer with air canisters, which at first was scary, but then there's also no underwater threats, so it's pretty easy. And diving into the nearby chasm, as swimming to the other side of it was enough to cross off the cave as explored. Before exploring more, we had to double back first to Cave 3, where we could collect the left toy arm. And putting all the pieces together, we could happily become a good father. So it was really just that easy. Back to cave 7, we needed to reach those tennis players once again with the pedometer. There was a Virginia that was simple enough by itself, and getting to the end of that section, we were able to fully explore cave 7. Next up was cave 4, easily the smallest cave in this game, and one that doesn't even connect to other caves, meaning it should be pretty easy. We ran back and forth in the cave a few times, and we weren't even getting the mission to explore the cave. Wanna know why? Cause this shit ass wiki page doesn't know the game. So I moved on to that, and we were in cave 6. Probably the second hardest cave, but at this point it was pretty damn simple to deal with. We ran down a few corridors and eventually found our way down a rope, which brought us to a pit full of bodies. There was a blue RNC in it, which is probably a good time to say that if there is any enemy that I am fighting that is a 1v1 or just mutants slash cannibals, then assume it was easy. Just to avoid repeating myself even more, I'm going to skip past the fights that don't mean much, as with armor, you're pretty invincible in this game. In the pit, there was a key card we were able to pick up, and also a camcorder for some tapes that we have been finding. And then we explored even more of the cave, just trying to find places we haven't checked. But even at this point, we weren't even getting the mission to explore the cave. So we just kept on running until we got to another entrance of the cave, and for some reason approaching this one gave the mission to explore the cave. And it was very easy to finish at that point as I swam through some water, but there were a few more things here. Mainly just another passenger that we needed to find. That's it. Yeah. So we got launch with Megan. I say launch with lunch. I guess it's like little bits of lore, but I don't know who Megan is. I think I recognize this from like drawings. I don't know though. Could be wrong. Jesus. Oh, that's what we found out from this. Oh, we got a to-do list. Explore Hanging Cave. Yeah, keep exploring Hanging Cave. I guess, yeah, I did have to explore the Hanging Cave. Let's go! Hell yeah, that is nice. So we had to take 2 steps into this cave to get our achievement. That's crazy. And after that, we went looking for the last of the passengers we needed with this little camp. And now we were only 1 off from finishing this, which I assume is just finding Timmy. And all we could really do was cut down trees. And I mean a lot of trees. Thank God for the chainsaw, because with the axe, there's a chance I might still be playing this game with all these trees I need. We did have the issue of needing fuel, but that could be fixed by heading into a cave I knew had fuel, setting up a saving shack, reloading, claiming the fuel, and then just did that until we couldn't carry it anymore. And well, just kept cutting trees for a few hours, interrupted all the time, of course. Oh, yes, we're done! God, that... my ears, they can rest. I sucked. Now is everyone ready for the most engaging achievement ever? It's time for walking! That's right. All this time having the pedometer, we have gotten 21,000 steps. And we needed to over double that with 50,000. I timed it in walking 1,000 steps to just under 8 minutes. Needing that 23 more times, which was 184 minutes, divide that by 60, you get just over 3 hours. Not too bad, but it's 3 hours of just walking. I cannot do anything else as there is nothing else for me to do. And that's just 3 hours of completely uninterrupted walking, which you know we didn't get. So walking is just what we did for hours upon hours of extreme boredom. These are the times that make me really appreciate Twitch chat and you all as viewers, as this shit was so boring, but y'all made it bearable and I needed that for this. I also walked around the whole map just for fun, which took about 20 minutes and got us around 2,500 steps. And while ending this portion of walking, we found the last new enemy with the worm, aka John. Pretty simple to deal with as there's a lot of segments, but you one-shot them anyway with the katana. And sadly, all it did drop was bones. But then we were just again, shockingly, back to walking!
I feel like I'm in an insane asylum bouncing a ball off of the wall. There's nothing to do.
I desperately tried to keep entertained as much as I could, which wasn't much, but we did throw on song requests for streams, which helped out a little.
Here we go. I thought I'd go back home, but we'll just get this looking over a random cliff. Oh my god! Oh, so boring. Unbelievably boring. Thank God we are done.
And then I had one last possible achievement I could do. And you're watching it right here. This is me off stream before I got the walking achievement, just waiting. Yep, from an achievement where all we could do is hold W to an achievement where all we do is nothing forever. So there are 9 achievements left. Bad Father is what I am doing right now, meaning I need to get to 100 days without beating the game pretty much. 6 achievements require me to beat the game, and 2 other achievements require a new save completely. None could be done until I got to day 100. Maybe it doesn't sound that bad, but just the daytime of the forest lasted 20 minutes. 20! I was AFK between streams for 3 real days straight. I can't even fully AFK this game because then I starve to death. Back to the streams now. At this point, there was nothing else we could do and still had around 15 days to wait. So 5 real hours. And not wanting to end stream, chat came to an agreement that I could use cheats to speed through the last chunk so that we could actually do something. Call me a cheater? I don't care. You should have been there and you'd understand yourself. Alright. Sleep. What a boring achievement, dude. This game is so tedious. It's not even hard. It's just lame. Thank God we can fucking play the game again. So going on to enjoy myself even a little, it was time to go back to the crater. There was a pond section of it, and with the rebreather I could swim down into an underwater cave to explore where we found another videotape. Oh shit. Oh damn. Into the cave, we could find a locked door that allowed us to use the key card from before, which opened it up into its own hallway. Climbing up the rope brought us into some vents and find this room with a picture of Megan on it, and make our way to a place of importance with the cafeteria. There was a vending machine for both drinks and snacks here. Buying something from the both of them was an achievement, and so was interacting with one of the coffee machines. And back into the vents we go, where we were dropped into a children's care room.
Wait, were they turning things into these mutants? Oh, John, yeah, that's why the verb's called John. I think they were turning children into these creatures.
We could also find the escaped Armsy from the tapes, but with it being secluded for so long, it was also extra weak.
Ew. Ew. What is this? That is nasty.
Going to the vents again, there were some markers that belonged to Megan, and a little office room to drop into that had a slideshow going on about all the mutants that they're creating.
Alright, like, interact with it? It's locked. Oh, there's someone in there! Oh, Jesus. That ain't our side, hopefully. Is it? Holy shit! Timmy! They fucking put you in an iron cabin! Damn. Oh, wait. Don't tell me we know how to use this thing.
And with that, we could revive Timmy back to life, but it required another sacrifice in the iron coffin thing. So I went looking around when I found some footprints on the floor, and following them brought us to this large open room.
I think we found the sacrifice. Is she cut in half? Ugh. Ugh. Nasty. Oh my. Do not tell me this is a boss fight. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God! That scared the shit out of me. Oh my God! It just took so much of my armor! God, this thing has such large, like, hitboxes. Shit, dude, my armor's gone. The first time I've ever been unarmored. I think we might have to use this weapon. Even, like, for our attacks, the block is just too valuable. I gotta wait for my health to go up, or else I'm just gonna die the second I drop my cover. Oh, it can attack through the block? And it's hard to like find an opening with this thing. Ah. Shit, I think I'm dead. Ah, god damn it.
Thankfully, this game does autosave right outside the room, so we didn't have to do all of that again.
Oh, okay. At least we restart like right outside the fight. Is it still there? Oh, okay. So that means the damage it has is still like on it. Oh, well that's good at least. We're gonna blow it up. Or we're gonna try to. Ah, dude, how did I miss that one? Pretty sure I can only hit his legs with range projectiles, so it's actually pretty hard. Fuck me! Oh my god. Oh! Oh, it only needed one more hit! You're coming with me. Not a wee ray, not a wee ray, not a wee ray, not a wee ray. Oh, we did it. That's actually not that hard. I mean, it's tricky. It fucking killed me and took all of my armor, but we don't have to fight any more enemies. We should be chilling. Live sample? Way to go, me. What is this? Oh, I guess it's another gold card. To-do list has been updated. Find a live sacrifice. I'm a live sacrifice.
Using our new golden key card, we could open another door that brought us to a cave. Swimming through an underwater section of the cave brought us to the world's worst ledge that we could thankfully get over eventually. And then another rope that leads down into a large crater filled with water. I searched around for a little trying to even find where to go, but eventually realized I can't because the pit is actually a fake out. I did find the way back into the lab from there, and then we were met with an elevator.
Oh my god. Oh, wait, this is the watchtower. I saw this on the thing. On the map. Wait, what are you watching? You're looking at the wrong side of the island. Peninsula. Yeah, our house is down there. God. Wait, what? What am I doing? Am I about to shoot down a plane? Oh my god. Oopsies. uh. What? Oh, don't make me do all that again.
My next guest is a TV star, author, and real-life plane crash survivor. Here to talk to us about his new book, Rescue, along with his son, Timmy.
Wait, we made it.
Give
Hey, it's an axe we never found.
That's one hell of a story. So let's jump right into it. You've written a harrowing tale of survival and adventure with a plane crash. Look, you can see it on the cover. I feel like you're really blurring the lines here between fact and fiction. Oh, is that the axe? Hey, do y'all want a demonstration? Okay, we've got a setup right over here. Come on, don't leave me hanging. Come on, everyone. All of you want to see this too, right? What do you say? Well, come on, everyone.
There's like 9 people in the crowd.
Yes! All right. Grab Timmy and let's head on over. Watch your step now. I got my axe. Where do you hold this thing? Oh, like this? Here we go. Huh? Is he okay?
Well, damn. Wait, does that mean did he just kill everybody? Oh no, what is happening? Why is there no sound? It is so quiet. Okay, so he didn't kill everybody. I thought he was about to like transform. He's immune. Oh my god, we're done. Well, we're not done, but we're done with like the main game now. We should only have 3 achievements left. We have 5? Oh wait, there's more. Oh, I'm infected too. Ooh! Oh, it's disgusting. Did we survive just to die?
And after that interesting ending, we missed a few things and had to make our way back through the lab, which yes, did mean redoing the boss fight. The escaped Armsy from before could be set on fire, which causes the sprinklers to go off. In a room by the elevator, there's a water with a human head inside of it that we needed to drink from. And then I mistook Timmy for being the last passenger, as I just missed one of the names.
Okay, so yeah, here's the rope. These guys are to the right, and then this dude is a little more right. Is it you? There we go. Oh, we found all the passengers. Thank God. We're done with this world. I no longer need to play on this save anymore. Thank God. Oh, my God.
And then it was time for one last save. I pretty much just needed to beat the game, and we also needed to play in peaceful. So I grabbed the map and the compass, items for explosives, flashlight, climbing pick, rebreather, went back into cave 7, made our way into the crater, and went swimming.
No, we should be in the... Oh, wait, shit! God damn it! I need another item! I need the key card. I completely forgot about that. I'm pretty sure that's in cave 6. I passed cave 6 too. I even marked on it.
So I went all the way back through cave 7, started running again, grabbed the key card, back to the crater, swam down, opened the locked door, made my way through the lab, found Timmy, did the boss fight, which is a lot harder when you have no items, opened the door, went to the observatory, crashed the plane, and after watching Timmy tweak out, we beat the game without killing or eating a single animal. And with the last achievement, we were back to the pacifist one. This is why we're playing in peaceful, as getting this in any other mode where enemies can spawn is so hard. As again, when they kill each other, it counts towards me killing them. And all the time I was AFK for the bad father achievement, I still didn't have it. Because it is only 10 days and not 100, I didn't cheat for this one though. I got a little hut ready and then just watched YouTube for 3 hours. Oh, let's go! I'm done! I never had to play this game again! Oh, easiest 3 out of 10 I have ever played. Finally, I'm done. Let's just get right into my thoughts. I can't say that this is a bad game, of course. I did have parts where I was enjoying myself, so I can't just completely dog on this game. For example, the little multiplayer section I had with Hank was actually a very enjoyable hour or so of gameplay. But this horror survival game has the worst sleeping mechanics I've ever seen, the worst building mechanics of any survival game, terrible inventory management, combat that gets so boring after the few hours because you're practically invincible even with a little bit of armor. Easily the most boring game I've played so far for YouTube, as the survival mechanics get real repetitive for even a little, as it's not really a sandbox game, and 100% the worst achievements I have ever gotten in any of these games. Not because they're hard, but because they're so boring. So yes, a 3 out of 10 is my score for this game. Again, I can't say it's a bad game per se, just a really bad 100%. But thank you to everyone who stuck around for this long. If you have enjoyed and would like to see more, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, as I always really appreciate it. Don't forget that I stream over on Twitch each one of these videos, so come and stop by if you would like more consistent content. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you all have a very nice day.